All right, so finishing up on the foundations, this will be still the third foundation, human psychology, but this would be the group of ethologists. And we'll start with Karl von Frisch, and he is another Nobel Prize winner, so we have now seen 3 of them. And he won the Nobel Prize for the bee dance. And so he studied this in the wild, and it turns out the bees actually have several different dances that they do. The one that he is famous for is called the waggle dance. And on the right-hand side, you can see the pattern that bee would move to give information where food is. And you can see this bee right here is actually moving along this hive, and it's moving its butt back and forth. And I actually have a video of that also on the next one that you can watch, and it's kind of explained. So we're going to talk about this behavior more when we talk about communication. And so here is the video again, very short, probably 2 to 3 minute. I forget how long this one is, but 3-minute video on the waggle dance. The next ethologist is Konrad Lorenz, also a Nobel Prize winner. He won this on for imprinting and what we call ethograms, which we'll explain later. But imprinting, he's famous for working with geese. And it turns out that baby geese and lots of other animals will imprint on the first object they see. And it takes a while, and we'll talk about imprinting later on in the semester. But the idea behind this is that he learned that if he, when the baby geese come out of their egg and the mom is taken away, they will actually imprint on whatever is there. And if you notice, he wears these rubber boots, and they kind of associated with the boots. And we actually use this behavior also at the LA Zoo. We had a duck that we were training, and all of us would wear rubber boots in the morning to clean. And so we would have the duck follow us around following those. And we'll talk about imprinting and the importance of it later on. And here is the famous video of this. And so again, you can watch this, very short, but you see the little ducks kind of following him down the road. And this behavior training was actually used in the movie Fly Away Home to get the geese in certain photos. But we'll talk about imprinting later. And then our last ethologist, who we had mentioned before, also won the Nobel Prize, was Nico Tinbergen. And he did the study of instinct. We mentioned, we showed the book. And he's also, with Lorenz, is famous for fixed action patterns. And what you're seeing here is a very famous study. This is the stickleback, what they respond to. And it turns out that the males, dominant males, actually have a reddish color underneath. So him and Lorenz, what they were looking at is what were the fish actually responding to? Was it shape? Was it color? And so there is a video on that. And so fixed action pattern, you can watch that. And this is actually a model fish, and here's the actual fish that they were testing. So we will talk about a lot of these guys before. I just want to introduce them now. And so we will stop this video.